Welcome to another edition of the Catbird Cafe Virtual Open Mic. Thank you, all you talented performers, legumes in the peanut gallery, and tubers out there in YouTube land. And so Mr. Delaney will be numero uno, or Ichiban, as they say in Japan.
A Hain. A Hain in Irish.
Irish, okay, very good. All right, well, if you're ready to go, ladies and germs, give it up for Mike Delaney, please.
Yay, Mike! Oh, Mike! Yeah, Mike.
So I have two songs nominally on the theme. The first one is actually by Pete Seeger. I was thinking about the Vietnam War. I turned 18 when the draft ended. I got a draft number, so I didn't have to decide, a high draft number. I didn't have to decide what I would do, but this is by Pete Seeger, and it was played on the Smothers Brothers show and kind of got Pete Seeger. No, actually got censored the first time, and then they eventually let him come back and play it. It was back in 1942. I was a member of a good platoon. We were on maneuvers in the Louisiana one night by the light of the moon. The captain told us to ford a river, that's how it all began. We were knee deep in the big muddy and the damn fool said to push on. The sergeant said, "Sir, are you sure the best way back to the base?" "Sergeant, go on, I forded this river about a mile above this place. It'll be a little soggy, but just keep slogging, soon we'll be on dry ground." We were waist deep in the big muddy and the big fool said to push on. The sergeant said, "With all this equipment, no man will be able to swim." "Sergeant, don't be a nervous Nelly," the captain said to him. "All we need is a little determination. Men, follow me, I'll lead on." We were neck deep in the big muddy and the damn fool said to push on. All at once the moon clouded over. We heard a gurgling cry. A few seconds later the captain's helmet was all that floated by. The sergeant said, "Turn around, men, I'm in charge from now on." And we just made it out of the big muddy with the captain dead and gone. We stripped and dived and found his body stuck in the old quicksand. I guess he didn't know that the water was deeper than the place he'd once been. Another stream had joined the big muddy about a half mile from where we'd gone. We were lucky to escape from the big muddy, the big fool said to push on. Well, I'm not gonna point out any moral, I'll leave that for yourself. Maybe you're still walking, you're still talking, you'd like to keep your health. But every time I read the papers, that old feeling comes on. We are waist deep in the big muddy and the damn fool says to push on. Waist deep in the big muddy and the damn fool says to push on. We're waist deep, neck deep, soon even a tall man will be over his head. We are waist deep in the big muddy and the damn fool says to push on.
Great song.
Really well played.
Now we're waist deep in the desert.
Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah.